The responsibility for our financial future sits firmly with us, but our money knowledge hasn't caught up. To many, money is a mystery. Most of us don't talk about money, weren't taught about money, and we aren't confident with money. If you're making mistakes with your money, it's not surprising. We're making decisions blindly, and the casualty is our financial wellness. Welcome to the Financial Wellness Quest, helping you build resilience and find financial freedom. I'm your host, Rachel Rowe, and I'm on a mission to demystify money and put you in the driving seat with your finances. This weekly show is here to help you cut through the noise and build a future you feel good about. Join me on the quest for financial wellness. For most of us, finances are the biggest cause of stress in our lives. So if you've got concerns about your money, you are not alone. It's the silent epidemic that no one talks about. We seem to accept it as a fact of life, but 56% of us are losing sleep over money worries. You can build confidence in managing your finances and resilience for the unexpected, and have a foundation that gives you freedom to live life on your terms. That's financial wellness. And in this very first episode, we're diving into what financial wellness really means and why building it can truly change your life. In this episode, we're going to talk about how we got here. Why are we in a financial wellness crisis? And why it's not your fault you're confused. Then we're going to look at what financial wellness means, why it matters to your well-being, and how you can measure your own financial wellness. And at the end of the episode, you'll walk away with a clear sense of what financial wellness looks like and the 3 skills you need to build it for yourself. But first, let's take a look at why we're here. How did we get here? We live in a world where money stress is more common than ever. In fact, over 20 million adults in the UK say they don't feel confident managing their finances, and you don't have to look very far to see why. Not so long ago, it was the norm to have a job for life, a bank manager you knew, and a final salary pension to look forward to when you came to retire. I'm not saying life was easy, but a lot of the complicated money management was taken care of for us. Our financial lives were more predictable. Fast forward to today, and the world is a very different place. The average job tenure in the UK is 2.5 years, and that means a lot of pension pots as well as the need to manage our job transitions. Banking has changed considerably, and we can switch banks whenever we like now to find a good deal. A personal banking relationship has been replaced by digital banking, and there may not even be a bank in the nearby town. And then the pension landscape has also changed beyond recognition, and it's now up to us to manage our pensions. On the surface, all this choice is great. The flexibility and competition mean we can build a financial profile just for us. We are in control, except that we're not. The responsibility for our financial future sits firmly with us, but our money knowledge hasn't caught up. To many, money is a mystery. Most of us don't talk about money, weren't taught about money, and we aren't confident with money. If you're making mistakes with your money, it's not surprising. We're making decisions blindly, and the casualty is our financial wellness. So let's dig in. What is financial wellness? What are we aiming for? Well, to put it simply, it's all about feeling at peace with your money. It means you're not losing sleep, wondering how to pay for things. You're not worried about unexpected bills that may be just around the corner. And you have a plan in place that helps you move towards achieving the things that you want. You're in control, not being pushed around by life's ups and downs because you have a safety net. Financial wellness means you're resilient and you have a plan. As you improve your financial wellness, money even becomes your friend. And Financial Wellness Quest is all about helping you find that friendship with your money and create solid, lasting foundations. To achieve financial wellness is a journey, and we are all at different stages. Let's break it down into 3 parts: financial literacy, money confidence, and money management. Financial wellness starts with financial literacy, and that means building an understanding of how money works, what the jargon means, and the impact of your financial decisions. Financial literacy in the UK is very low. We are lagging behind many other countries. Literacy here in the UK is 32%, compared with 49% in Canada and 65% in Hong Kong. And there's a strong message here. There is no shame in being confused about money because most people are. We have to change that. You have to change that for yourself. The first step in getting on an even keel with your money is to build knowledge about how money works. But it can feel like there is just too much jargon designed to keep you confused. Terms like annual percentage rate or PAYE, I know, sending you to sleep already. But there are some beautiful things hidden behind these words. Einstein referred to compound interest as the 8th wonder of the world, and if you master that, you are onto a winner. So that's financial literacy. What comes next? And that would be money confidence. When you understand how money works, you can make informed choices to take care of yourself today and in the future. You may have heard about the FIRE movement. If you haven't, Google it. There are lots of YouTube videos and podcasts on that subject. FIRE stands for Financially Independent Retire Early, which is a movement that prioritizes frugality, making extreme savings and focusing in on investment. But I think there's a little bit too much self-denial involved in that. Financial Wellness Quest is about building resilience so that you can achieve financial freedom, but you don't have to live in sackcloth and ashes today to get there, and you don't need to be a millionaire either. You really don't need to be rich to enjoy financial wellness. Most people think financial peace comes from having more money, but when you really look into it, what we're chasing isn't money, it's freedom. The freedom to live in a meaningful way without constant worry. And financial wellness is about creating that same freedom, regardless of your income. Supposing you got a promotion that gave you an extra £1,000 a month in your pocket and a £10,000 bonus. Think for a moment. What would you do with that money? I'm sure lots of things spring to mind, but let's play out 2 examples to show what could happen. Let's say you go on a bit of a splurge. You'd really love a sports car. So you use your bonus as a down payment on a new car, which also adds £500 a month to your expenses to pay for the lease. Then you feel a little bit guilty for spending it all on yourself, so you book a luxury holiday for the family, which adds £300 a month to your credit card bills. But you're earning more now, so it's all okay. Or so you tell yourself. And then, as you're on a bit of a spending roll, you buy some furniture on finance. So the remaining £200 a month has gone. But on the flip side, you have a new car, lovely new sofa, and a fantastic holiday to look forward to. Who wouldn't want that? The trouble is that all of that extra money is now gone. It's all spoken for. Let's look at another scenario. What if you didn't splurge? What if you think about the car and then figure that your current car is just fine and right now it's not a priority for you? You've been a bit stressed about money lately with rising costs and you don't want to feel that way anymore. So this time you spend £5,000 of the bonus on a really nice holiday. You worked so hard for the promotion and it's great to have the reward. But now you save the rest. So you start putting half your monthly income into your pension and the other half into long-term savings, as well as the remaining £5,000 from that bonus lump sum. Now, let's fast forward 3 years and see how things pan out. To stay on the journey with us, please subscribe to the channel. It really makes a difference and helps other people discover us. After that big splurge, the gloss has worn off a bit. The car has dropped in value. Cars are a depreciating asset, which means that over time they're worth less and less, and typically they fall more quickly in those early years as well. The new sofa at this point is worn, and if it's anything like my house, after 3 years of kids bouncing up and down on it, it's probably showing its age. And the holiday is a distant memory, a lovely memory, but a memory nonetheless. And you have no buffer money. Stress is piling up. You're not feeling any benefit from that pay rise, and worrying about bills keeps you up at night because you don't have a safety net built in to catch you. You're even thinking about changing jobs because you need more money. Now, what about your money confident self? What does that look like after 3 years? Well, you're sitting on nearly £50,000 in savings and investments. Your high interest account is worth almost £6,000, and your long-term savings of £500 a month, if you remember, are now worth around £20,000, and your pension is also around £20,000 higher. You're sleeping well at night. Money stress is a distant memory. You're loving your new job, and life is good. And that's the difference financial wellness makes. So, what would you do in this example? Now that we've talked through the options, would your choice be different? Would you spend the lot on day one, or would you save most of it? Or maybe you're somewhere in between. Maybe you didn't realise you could save such a large amount by making those choices. And a big piece of financial well-being is having financial literacy and the money confidence to make informed choices. Financial wellness puts you in the driving seat for the outcomes that matter to you. And there's an extra skill hidden in these stories, and that's good money management. Did you know that over 47% of people earning more than £100,000 still worry about money? It's a myth that earning more money solves money problems. You can plan out as much as you want, but without building the habits you need, it won't amount to much. The third pillar of financial wellness is to manage your money effectively. Now, that's not as easy as it sounds because it means making changes. If you want to lose weight, we all know the formula: eat less and exercise more. But it's not so easy in practice, and the same is true of money. Staying on the path is difficult because we need to change the things that we do and do that consistently until we build new habits. Many of us feel that if we just earned more money, then everything would be fine. But it's not as simple as that, because even if we earn more, usually our habits don't change. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how you manage it. And there's a great example of this illustrated in The Millionaire Next Door, which is a book I will link in the show notes. The authors conducted a survey in the USA during the 1990s and discovered there was a higher concentration of millionaires in middle-class neighbourhoods than in the poshest parts of town. And this was a little bit of a revelation. It kind of goes against expectations, but the reason is that many high earners spend most of their income on lifestyle, as we saw in our example. New cars, upgrades to the next big thing, that kind of idea of keeping up with the Joneses means a lot of extra income is spoken for as it increases. Meanwhile, they found that the quiet millionaires were living consistently below their means. They saved, they invested, and they stayed focused on their mid and long-term goals. So, why should you care about financial wellness? Why does it matter? It matters because when it's missing, money stress shows up everywhere. It affects your sleep, your relationships, your health, and ultimately your happiness. Over 66% of people in the UK are dissatisfied with their financial situation. And also, more than half of people who regularly use credit to pay for everyday items also struggle with mental health. Here's what usually happens when we feel our money is out of control. We avoid it. We stop opening the bills. We don't make a plan, and we stop talking about it. And that just makes things worse. But when you do build financial wellness, that's when everything starts to shift. Now, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy life to enjoy financial wellness, because enjoying life is a huge piece of that financial wellness puzzle. But it means doing the things you love without money stress. So Financial Wellness Quest is here to help you build your personal toolkit, something that works for your life, your values, and your version of freedom. And that will be different for everybody. Our intention is to help you build real security, money confidence, and a plan for you that feels like it fits. So, how do you build financial wellness? Well, at Financial Wellness Quest, we focus on 3 pillars. The first is to know well, which really means to understand where you are today, understand your numbers, what your financial situation looks like, what your current habits are, and how you're behaving with respect to money so that you build a clear picture of where you currently stand. The second phase is to plan well. And this is really about creating a roadmap for your future, understanding the goals that are important to you, gaining clarity on what your plan is to achieve those goals. And they will be short, medium, and long-term goals. And they will also include things like wanting to be frivolous sometimes. So building a plan to capture that is as equally important as building a plan for your retirement. If you want a pot of money set aside, which is your retail therapy pot, that's something that also comes into your plan. It's important to understand what your values are and what's important to you and the things you enjoy doing and build a plan that reflects that. And then the final step is about managing well. So that's all about building those habits that keep you on track so that this becomes an automatic process. But that's really where the transition takes place, to understand what needs to change and how you change it. And importantly, it's not about perfection. It's not about overnight fixes. It's really about building the mindset, the knowledge, and the systems that help you feel in control so that you're confident that when you move into stormy waters, you have the tools at your disposal to be able to navigate them. So I'd love for you to think a moment about where you are on that financial wellness quest. What's your financial wellness score? We've developed a unique program to help guide you through your financial wellness journey, whether you're just getting started or if you're looking to take things to the next level. There are 6 levels in the quest which reflect where you are on the path to achieving financial wellness for yourself. And like with any journey, you need to begin where you are at this moment. And when you take the financial wellness quiz, we'll help you discover your current score and, more importantly, what you can do to improve it. Once you've got your score, you can follow our weekly newsletter and podcast episodes to get practical tools, fresh insights, and encouragement to help you move forward one step at a time. And if you want to go even deeper, if you want to accelerate your progress and build a strong, lasting financial wellness foundation, you can join the Quest Foundations course, and you can find all those details on the website. In the next episode, we're going to dive deeper into how scoring works and what it means if you find yourself to be a curious seeker or a luminary, and how you can keep moving forward to the next level of your financial wellness journey. For now, I'll leave you with 3 questions to think about. Do you know where your money is going? Do you have a plan for your future? Do you have habits in place that help you manage your money with confidence? If not, let's take this quest together and build resilience and find financial freedom. If today's episode gave you something to think about, I'd love you to hit subscribe so that you don't miss what's coming next on the Financial Wellness Quest. And if you've been inspired to take the next step on your journey, you can take the free financial wellness quiz at financialwellnessquest.com. It's a great way to discover where you are and what to focus on next. If you're enjoying the show, it would mean the world if you could leave a quick review. It really helps more people discover the podcast and join us on the quest. As always, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next time on the Financial Wellness Quest.